This was a first time watch for me. I had heard of the Slumber Party Massacre before, but I just never encountered it. Luckily enough, it appeared on Amazon Prime, and I was in a slasher mood, as I genuinely always am. So I hit play and was thrust into the early 80s, where slasher movies were abound. They were everywhere. You couldn't move for getting a new one. This one had Massacre in the title, obviously following on for the Texas Chainsaw, letting you know pretty much all about the movie with that heading. Slumber Party Massacre. That's exactly what it is. Only this time it's not so much as in who is the killer, because we know who the killer is from the outset. An escaped mental patient that has killed people before has somehow latched on to this group of kids at a school, is going to follow them home and pick them off one at a time with a rather large drill. And that's pretty much it. You know, it's low budget. They only have a couple of locations. They make the best of it. You have the group of girls in one house. You have a new girl at school who they've kind of ostracised a little bit in the changing rooms. She lives next door and she is home alone with her little sister. There is no parents at all in this movie. A couple of guys turn up at the Slumber Party house, obviously looking for some naked action, because of course you've got to have naked women for a little bit of while in these movies, and they're kind of perving through the window until they're ultimately in the house. And you have, there is one adult figure, the next door neighbour, but he gets taken out rather early, drilled to death as he's running about, machete chopping up snails in the garden. It just is. One of the stranger things about this, for me personally, looking back at the slasher movie, was the fact that it wasn't some monstrous masked person or a reveal of somebody at the end. The fact that it is this mental patient, and you see him quite often with a crazed look in his eye as he hunts down trying to kill these kids. Now you get some nice moments of drill action as he hunts them down. Some silly moments as well. There is a moment at the start where he takes out a telephone repair person in the back of her van that is very staged and very silly, but somewhat fun. And that's what you get with this movie. Some of the things are very staged. Some of the blood splatters don't look real. They look a bit silly, as if somebody's off camera just squeezing blood onto the wall or that, which is fine. I can live with that. But the movie gets better as it goes on. It's a little bit unsure of its footing at the start, but it really gets into its stride as the movie gets on. As the kids are trapped in the house and know that someone is after them, it really ramps up the gears and gives you the kind of slasher movie that you were expecting. This is the prototypical slasher movie, exactly down to a T. Even at the end, where you get the large crazed madman and his drill being almost castrated by our final girl, who is going to give him a bit of his own medicine. It's fun. It's got some good gore moments in it. It's got some typical early 80s cheese. It's familiar in some of its tropes, but there is a comfortability about that. The characters are not outstanding, but they don't have to be. The movie doesn't outstay its welcome. It's under 85 minutes. It knows exactly what it wants to do, and it gets there rather quickly, which I was grateful for. There was a lot of movies at this time that took their time getting to it because they didn't have so much a budget and were keeping the gore and that to later on. This one thankfully gets to early on, and we get some of the characters taken out pretty sharp as well, which is in fun moments. The Slumber Party Massacre was pretty great, actually. It was one that I kind of watched, and the more it went on, the more I tend to love it. The fact that I had the killer seen early on, who other than crazy eyes just looked like a normal person. The kids were all kind of fun. None of them were too grating, and they all had sort of good deaths. The ending of the movie, where it really ramps up the tension, is spectacular. Really well done set pieces with kids hiding about the place, the killer under a blanket for who knows why. It's just fun moments, and I am eager to go on to part 2 of this. I know a sequel came out in 87 and I think a third one came out in 1990. I don't know if they're any good or if they're really related to this in too much ways or that, or if it's a bit like Sleepaway Camp. You know how you had the original and then many years later they kind of repurposed it and brought out 2 very different sequels. we'll wait and see. The sequel is on Amazon Prime as well, so I'm going to check that out, and no doubt we'll be back with a review for that at some point. Thanks for watching. I'd love to know your opinion of Slumber Party Massacre. Let me know in the comment box, and I will see you next time on Man vs Film.